And look, I don't MicroStrategy has been incredibly impressive. Like what Saylor has done for the space
True.
is incredible, right? I can't really think of many people that have done more for Bitcoin, especially in the last 5 years, than what Saylor has done. I mean, not only buying Bitcoin, but just sort of educating people about it, right? And also sticking through it, even when it seemed like it could, as he said, I mean, they were ready to ride to zero, right? But with that said, I look I look at a chart like this, right? If you throw it up, I look at a chart like this, I'm just like, all right, what are the chances that in 2 years we look back and we think to ourselves, how did we miss it? Um, and again, I'm not saying that like MicroStrategy has to die or anything like that, but there is a reality of like there's these boom and bust cycles where we get a little bit ahead of ourselves, and then the market corrects for a while, right? And so, I look at it and I'm like, I don't know how high it's gonna go, and I'm certainly not gonna stand in the way of it. But I look at a chart like this, and this is probably one of the reasons why in 2025 I expect altcoins to start to outperform Bitcoin, because I almost wonder if some of the prior tailwinds for Bitcoin, like MicroStrategy, might become headwinds, because then people start looking at this chart and they're like, well, how can it do this forever, right? How can it
Yeah.
go up like that forever? And that, what was once a tailwind for Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance might turn into a headwind. Again, it's important to remember that the markets, sort of the dynamics of the markets do change. And, just because it was bullish for a while doesn't mean it's going to be bullish forever. And it's probably one of those things where if it does become a bearish thing, it'll just be bearish for about a year or something. Kind of like it was in prior bear markets, right?